Hello everyone, and welcome to the filter lecture. And in this lecture we're going to be going over the built-in function filter. So let's go ahead and get started. So what the filter function does is, just like map and reduce, it takes in a function and then a sequence iterable, such as a list. And it offers a really convenient way to filter out all the elements of an iterable for which the function returns true. So what I mean by that is the function filter is going to take in a function, and then here I have just L, which stands for just some sort of list. So the function is the first argument, your list will be the second one, and then the function needs to return a Boolean value, either true or false. So maybe you're checking for even numbers or something like that, where you return true or false depending if the number is even or not. And then the function is going to be applied to every element in that iterable. And only if the function returns true will the element of the iterable be included in the result. So let's go ahead and go to the live code so we can see how this works. Alright, so we've jumped to the live code, so let's go ahead and see an example. First, let's make a function. In this case, I'm going to use normal DEF function notation, and let's have it be that even check that we were talking about. So here, if the num returns, actually what we can do, well, I'll show you two ways of doing this. You can say if num mod 2, or modulo 2, is equal to 0, return true. So let's use this version of the function, and I'll do an even check. Let's check 34, that's even. Let's go ahead and check 35. Nothing comes out, so we need to say, we could say else false, return false. Alright, great. So we've created a way of filtering the numbers based on whether or not they're even. So we have a function that returns a Boolean. You could also just return this result if return num mod 2 equals 0, and Python will treat it the same way. But just for clarity's sake, we're going to build out the function completely. Alright, so let's filter out a list of numbers. Let's go ahead and say that our list, LST, is equal to, let's just create a range to 10. And we check LST, and 0, 1 through 9. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and filter it. So I want to filter with even check and return only the even numbers, and that's exactly what it does. So as I mentioned before, just like map and reduce, filter is more commonly used with lambda expressions, just for a quick ad hoc job. So I could say lambda num where it's equal to 0, the num modulo 2, and apply that to my list, and filter works the exact same way. So hopefully this looks very familiar given what we learned about map and reduce, but basically your first function is any function that returns a Boolean, and you can pass it a list, and it'll filter out everything that's not true. Let's go ahead and see one more example. Let's say I wanted to find every number in this list that was greater than 3. So I could say filter lambda num, given num greater than 3, pass my list, and now I have every number that's greater than 3. Okay, so hopefully that's all pretty straightforward. Remember, filter, you just put in the function name, no parentheses, the sequence iterable you want to pass, in this case we're usually doing lists, and then it'll filter out and return everything where the element would pass with a true Boolean for that function. Okay, that's actually all I have for filter. You can go ahead and check out the Jupyter Notebook if you want some more in-depth explanation, but that's really all there is to it. Okay, thanks, and I'll see you at the next lecture.